Hey there, we're Krystal and Eric, corporate remote workers, Airbnb photographers, and now full-time van lifers. We like traveling off the beaten path and finding hidden gems along the way. If you like that too, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more. And come along with us today as we post a video every day for our first 30 days in the van. Hello and welcome to our 30th daily van life vlog. Woohoo!
Oh my god, it's been 30 days of living in the van and we have learned so much.
So we want to go over today our top takeaways from 30 days of living in the van.
Honestly, we probably have one for every day. We're not going to do that to you.
More than one for every day. We have so many. I've learned so much. This has been a crazy time in my life.
You are so tragic right now.
Oh no.
Okay, one of the biggest and to us most important lessons that we learned in 30 days of van life is that corporate work from a van is possible. We have never come across anyone else who works corporate and lives full-time in a van like we now do. So we were definitely scared at first around the internet options and is the hotspot going to be enough and is it reliable and can it get us through not only our corporate workday but our photography and YouTube uploads as well. We have 100 gigabytes of data on our hotspot and we each have an additional 40 gigabytes of data on each of our cell phones, and we have not come anywhere close to meeting or exceeding those values, including using it for our full-time jobs, including Teams calls and Zoom calls, lots of FaceTime videos, a lot of Instagram scrolling and social media posting. I'm using so much of our Wi-Fi to look at sky jumping videos.
No!
We still have not come anywhere close to our 180 total gigabytes that we have every month.
The second key takeaway that we have from van life after 30 days in the van is that everything takes longer. We are not late people. This was true until we started living in the van.
Up to and including very important events like weddings that we are just casually rolling up to the parking lot about 5 minutes before the wedding start time. Okay, we're at the location, the wedding location. Literally right now, we gotta get ready. We have 10 minutes. Put 10 minutes on the clock. We gotta go.
Goodbye,
Sorry.
we gotta go.
Like, that is something that we are very uncomfortable with, that van life has forced us to be. And it's just because everything takes so much time. Like, literally from getting up in the morning, if you're climbing over your partner in bed and you're trying to get down and get your toothbrush out, definitely not something I've experienced recently, all the way to just cooking, cleaning, doing the van chores themselves, or the endless amount of times that you are going to forget your computer charger in the storage box after you replaced all of the cushions and are now sitting on said storage box.
Everything takes a lot more steps, and those steps add up in a way that all of a sudden you're late. So building in extra time for everything, way more time than we ever thought we would need for anything in the past. We'll be better at it, definitely, over time.
And stop overflowing, all of your liquid tanks. That really helps you be more on time.
Turns out that even if you don't think you pee a lot, the container it gets a little full pretty fast. Little full. Overfull, some might say.
That'll make you really late.
Our third major learning from 30 days in van life is that you are just going to make mistakes and you just need to take the hit on the ego and learn from it and move on. You just gotta roll with the punches.
It'll humble you. It's just such a different environment that takes getting used to. You will be uncomfortable and forced out of your comfort zone. It is a completely different lifestyle that you are not acclimated to. As much as you think you could be prepared for it, until you get into it, you won't be. And that's okay. And learning to be okay with that uncomfortability and sit with it has been super, super key for our journey and has made this so rewarding.
Some of the mistakes in van life are crazy unforgiving and can feel really devastating in the moment and can be really scary in the moment. But what we found is that they're just going to happen, and the sooner that you can accept that, give yourself grace, and just know that things are going to be okay and find a solution for whatever happened, it just makes the experience that much better.
The next key takeaway is that organization and minimization are going to make your life in the van so much easier.
They are definitely going to be your best friends. The sooner that you can find a home for your things and then return your things to that home whenever they are not there is just going to make your day so much better. Whether you're not stubbing your toe over the generator in the middle of the floor or you're just waking up to a clean environment, it is all going to feel so much better because this place gets messy really quick.
One thing out of place and it's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And to build off of that, the less items that you have to find space for, the better off that you are going to be. The van is not a lot of space, and as hardcore minimalist as we thought we were, this lifestyle really challenges what you think that you need, and the less stuff that you ultimately come out with, the easier your life is gonna be.
The final takeaway. Everything sounds like the Game of Thrones song to me when we do it like that.
It's just horns, hon.
Last but not least, our final takeaway from 30 Days in Van Life is that van life overall is going to absolutely change your life, no matter what type of life you were living before. So for us, some of the changes that we have felt is that it's made our life more adventurous and it's made more room for spontaneity. And that is a really big thing for someone like me to say because I am such a hardcore planner. Like when we lived on Airbnb, we had 2 weeks ahead of us built out at any given moment. And I have gone from that to, well, we'll figure out where we're sleeping tomorrow, because you just have your home with you and it feels so much more comfortable. So for me, the adventure has been rooted in spontaneity, and that has been totally life-changing and totally fun.
Absolutely. And with that sense of adventure and spontaneity, you end up putting yourself out there quite a little bit more, and living in a van has been a great conversation starter. We've made a lot of really cool friends and met a lot of interesting new people, just bonding over the common ground of telling them about our living situation and our plans and our lack of a permanent home address right now.
We've even met some fellow van lifers out in the wild. It's fun to have that common ground with a total stranger.
So Brad, if you're watching, it was great to meet you in the Quaker Bridge Mall parking lot. I hope you and your dogs are doing great.
Yes.
So that's gonna do it for today's video, the last video of our 30 days of daily van life. If you missed out, go back and watch them. They chronicle the first 30 days in our van. It's a enormous adventure. And I'm so happy that you came and watched this video. Please like it and subscribe because we have a lot more coming in the future. Just not every day right now.
Not daily anymore. This guy needs to sleep at some point. See you next time, whenever that is.
Bye guys.
Bye. Okay.
Okay.
No, hold on.
Oh, hold on. You said okay.